He's the nation's favourite maitre d', and Fred Sirieix is hoping to inspire a generation of children to follow in his footsteps.
Well, in the new series of Step Up to the Plate, 8 young contestants will battle it out to see if they've got what it takes to run their own restaurant.
Fred joins us now. Morning.
Hi, Fred.
How are you?
All good,
Very
thank you.
good.
How are you
Nice to
doing?
see you.
Yeah, very good. It's so good to see you. I thought I was actually coming to the studio to have a chat with you, and then your lovely assistant called me and said, "No, you've got to be at home, and do it on Zoom."
We wish you
Not
were.
allowed.
We really do.
Not allowed.
One day,
There's
Fred.
about 3 people allowed in here at the moment. 2 of them are us. So having a look at this is it's such a great idea, inspiring the next generation. But it's also, you look at any of the cooking shows on TV, the kitchen is high intensity.
It is, but all the cooking shows are about cooking and chefs. This show is about running a restaurant, and therefore it's as much about as front of house and service as it is about cooking. And that's the main difference. And what I wanted to do with this show is showcase how incredible hospitality is as a profession, and to ensure that people actually realize that it is a profession. It's not a job that you do as a stopgap between going from A-level to university. It's a real profession.
Well, you, the children who take part on the show are between the ages of 10 and 14, and you don't adapt your teaching style than you would if you were, say, with a group of adults, and you think that's really important.
Yeah, no, it's very important. I talk to them like I talk to you now, and I think the key and the skill here is if you can explain it to children and they get it and they are able to deliver, then you've done a good job. But children are just small people, they're just slightly younger than us, and they respond very well.
And do you think that there is a greater excitement and interest in cookery now? There are a few shows on TV, the sort of Junior Bake Off, that sort of stuff, where kids are thinking, oh, actually, this is something I really enjoy.
I think the Step Up to the Plate has started that. I think that, with the hospitality industry, we have very much a masters and servant relationship with the industry. And when you look at schools, for example, and career advisors and teachers, they don't advise kids to go and do professional education in hospitality, whether it's service or front of house, service or cooking. And I think it's time that it changes. And the only way to do that is to communicate how amazing a profession it is.
Well, this show definitely does that, that's for sure. Inspires lots of young children to get into that. So that's Step Up to the Plate on CBBC, and that continues on Tuesday, the 2nd of February at 5 p.m. We've also got to talk about First Dates. It's coming back for its 16th series. I mean, it's a monster of a show. When you first started that, did you imagine you'd get round to series 16?
No, not at all. We've got a saying in French, it's quand on aime, on ne compte pas. When you love, you don't count. I never imagined we get to 16. And actually, if you didn't tell me it was a 16 series, I wouldn't know. I seriously wouldn't know.
Yeah.
So you've moved to Manchester, new staff. Why the change?
Well, I think it was time to refresh the series, and Manchester is such an amazing city. I mean, it's like the sun is shining all the time there. People are so friendly. They are always up for a laugh. They like good food. They like to have a good time. And I think that we made the right decision by moving to Manchester.
Yeah, and also you've got Laura Trott, who was the waitress who's been in many of the series before now. She's not in this series because she's working on the front line. She's a paramedic.
Oh, my God, she's so amazing, Laura. She's a paramedic. She got very ill with COVID back in March, and she was back working as soon as she got better. And now she's there, saving people's lives. I mean, it's amazing. So she couldn't do it, but we're working on new series, and hopefully she'll be able to join us then. Yeah. She's such a lovely girl. I love Laura.
And
big kiss to Laura.
Yeah, big kiss and thank you to her and all the paramedics, to everybody looking after us. How do you make a dating show during a pandemic?
Well, look, just like you here on this morning, we had some very strict protocols. People were getting tested. We were operating in bubbles. I mean, it was like a military operation. But what's really interesting is that obviously we are operating like in a studio, but still we were considered a restaurant by the police. And on the very first day that we were filming back in September, the police gave us a call and they knocked on the door and they said, "Sorry, guys, but you've got to shut the restaurant at 10 o'clock. And we told them, but we've got all these protocols in place. And they say, "No, you're a restaurant, you've got to close at 10 o'clock. So we had to just reschedule everything. You can imagine the mess. Producers in my ears going completely crazy. But we adapted because, that's what you do. And the show must go on. And it's just like any other restaurant. We had to adapt to the situations.
There's also a bit of a new change because they're doing one for teens, for teenagers.
Oh my God, Ollie, that is an incredible show. It's going to be on E4 very soon. I can't tell you too much about it, but it's just beautiful. And you know, for me, I mean, my daughter is 16 years old, you know, and to run the restaurant with 16, 17, 18, 19 years old coming to the restaurant, you know, I felt like, you know, as if it was my own daughter. I had to look after these kids just like my own children and make sure that they had even a better time than the adults who come on the adult show on Channel 4. I mean, that was quite a series.
And was the first thing that you did when they walked in take the phones off them?
No. I mean, it was. I mean, you have to see to. Yeah, I think you have to see it when it comes out. It really is beautiful. So beautiful.
That's in February. We'll
looking
see
forward
that.
to that.
First Date Teens, and then First Dates is the 2nd of February at 10 on Channel 4. As Holly said, Step Up to the Plate, CBBC, Tuesday, the 2nd of February at 5. Thank you, Fred.
Thanks, Fred.
Thank you, guys. Take care. See you soon.
Yeah, bye now.
Bye.
Bye.